What is up, everybody? CircleFlex here, bringing you another replay of the first week of the first assignment, the Tier 7 Mediums. And as you can see, we're following Sir Icy Ice from the Verda 3 clan here. As you can see, 3 gun barrels, and he has the clan camo, so he's pretty serious about his comet games, I'm guessing here. Having 3 gun marks is very, very nice, looking good. So, we are here on a Sand River Encounter with a really favorable matchmaking. He's 1 out of 3 tier 7s, if you don't include, well, 4 I guess. One is the artillery, the M12 is also tier 7. So, he takes up a good position already from the get-go. This is why I like to go in my mediums as well, especially if you have some good turret armor. So he positions here really well, trying to take out T-47. Has a few unlucky shots there. I feel like he could have already hit him once or twice more. But the other ones are all flying correctly here. And finish him off with a shot to the turret. Artillery shoots him, but misses. You can hear it in the background. And we're now making our way up the hill on the north side here. It is encounter, so it's really far away from the flag, but winning this battle on the hill is almost equally as important. As you can see, the tier 7 Panther is here and the T-44-85, making excellent use of its gun depression here in the combat. This is pretty much the perfect positioning. He does get penned by the T-44-85 there. And again by the Panther, but this is pretty much as good as you can get for a Comet being in this position. He's relatively RT safe. Not entirely, but like, it's not the most, it's, you know, it's pretty impossible. In any case, so he just kills the T-44-85. We're already on 1600 damage. The Panther went hull down there, but the Panther turret is not that great, and then he starts backing off, which just exposes the hull, and the hull on the Panther is not that good for its tier. So he shoots through it easily with just the AP rounds on the Comet. Bounces that shot there. He should have probably aimed for the lower plate, but it's a minor mistake. We're almost up to 2k damage already, and we're just like a minute, 2 minutes into the game. So that's really, really quick. However, his team already suffered 5 casualties against the enemy 3, of which 2 of them were done by Mr. Icy Ice here. Gets spotted again. He's like, alright, I'm not going to engage there. Let's see if we can help out the middle a little bit. There's a T-29 spotted and an A-44 there. So let's see what we can do. Again, making really good use of the hill here and being hauled down with the Comet as much as possible. T-29 and A-44 are not really fighting over there, and he goes back up the hill and sees the 12T sees that the Panther is going up this hill again, and this is going to be pretty dangerous because unless the Panther stays where he is now, he can't really go haul down against him. But he is sort of now. He's not paying too much of an attention. He's shooting the 12T, gets a shot into the lower plate, tries to track him, does do damage, but no tracking there. And gets a pretty good ram off there. I believe there was at least like 100-150 damage. And he face hugs the Panther there, and the Panther actually bounces off his turret there. So it was a pretty good engagement. Maybe he could have get rammed for a little bit less, but it was not too bad. So we're on 2700 damage here. Lux shows up. Lux actually shoots me in the tracks there, I think. Then he does get penned by, I believe that was the T-29. And he also spots the A-44 coming below the hill he was just on. So he's in a bit of a tough position here. He's pretty much surrounded by enemies. And 2 of those are also the tier 7s. Lux shows up again. Now I think he could have been more hauled down here. But he doesn't take the hit anyway. The shot that went in probably hit his turret or just the tracks. You could have been a little bit more hauled down there, but nothing major. Checks it to see if he can shoot the A-44 if he's still there. The A-44 finally shows up here.
That one didn't go through.
He bounces in the back.
Penetration.
That one does hit. And a couple of misses there. Checks to see if the Lux comes back. And tries to go for the turret here. It's a bit of an awkward aiming here because the terrain here is really like wobbly, so the thing goes up and down really like a lot with minimum movement as well. Bounces another shot. Should have tried to go for the turret there a bit faster. He shows his complete side. Loads the APCR. He only has 1 AP shell left. And this is really tricky because he the A43 has the small gun, then the friendly artillery, the M41, kills the A44 and also damages Icy Ice here. I think he also splashed him for a little bit. And he's down to 8 health, but he has gotten himself up to 3600 damage, which is very, very nice. The A44 engagement was pretty good. Could have shot the turret a little bit earlier. And it was actually really annoying that the A44 was not carrying the big gun. With the big gun, if he shot on the move or anything like that, he probably had a would have walked away with a bit more health than facing this DPM gun, which is basically this rapid firing gun that's I think on the tier 6 pretty much, with like a 2-3 second reload at the most. So he checks his checks if he can see anything from that hill before he goes into the open. The T29 dies there by the hands of the bishop, and now he's finally going back to the cap circle, because remember, it is encounter on Sand River, so spots the artillery here, has his 1 AP shot loaded, misses that shot, tries to go for the hull to get some damage, maybe get some, tracks him but no damage, that's always annoying. Continuously spots him though, and the artillery doesn't really do much. He is tracked obviously right now, but even after the first shot I didn't really see it or hear it. That shot just missed and hit the rock. So it's going to be pretty difficult here, because there's only Yakman, the Bishop, and Mr. Icy Ice left. And against a KV2, 85, and 2 artillery with 8 health, it's not the best of engagements ever. So the enemies start capping now, which pretty much forces the hand of Sir Icy Ice. I keep saying Mr. Icy Ice. It's pretty careful going over these tunes. It reminds me, I think Jingles died like this on my live stream at some point with a crumble, I think. Good memories. Anyway, sees the M12 again. M12 was stupid enough to not move at all from that position, pretty much. Got some good side shots in. And even without tracking him, still manages to kill the M12 there, bringing up to almost 4k damage now, which is quite a lot considering the matchmaking, because remember, it's only a couple of tier 7s. So that also means that the health pool is not that big to work with in the first place. But, as I said, they are capping, so they're kind of forcing his hand right now. Sees K85, he's in a really good position, gets spotted here. Stays around, shoots the KV2. KV2 again sets him on fire. And the KV2 burns, but not before killing Sir Icy Ice. So that was a bit greedy there. I think after the first shot, he pretty much could have stayed back and let somebody else spot or do whatever, come back at a different angle, a different bush. So that ends up pretty much costing them the game, but you can't really complain about a game where you do almost 5k damage. He also asked in the chat right now, was I spotted? And he says in my replay in the email that if only 6 hands didn't fail me, but it did go off, as you could see in the replay. It went off after shooting the KV85, and I think after he shot the KV2 the first time, it already went off. So probably in the heat of the moment, he didn't see it. But doing this amount of damage, again, in a game like this, is pretty damn good. And the first, well, pretty much the entire game was really well played, except for the end, which was a bit greedy. But nonetheless, really good game by Mr. Icy Ice, and this is a game that's gonna result into a loss, because they're just gonna cap out, and this bishop will stay alive. Anyway, let's take a look at the end plate for this one. Alright, so let's take a look at the end plate here from Mr. Oh, I did it again! Sir Icy Ice. My apologies. Anyway, he got a mastery badge on a defeat, an ace tanker badge, and you know, pretty impressive 61k credits, 1540 XP. Remember, this is all in defeat. Almost 1600 base XP, 4 kills, and the high caliber medal for doing obviously the most damage. The rest of the team, well, pretty much was non-existent damage-wise. They did pick up a bunch of kills, obviously, but damage-wise, Sir Icy Ice, almost 5k damage in this one, almost with a super hard carry for this one. But it was a defeat in the end. It was a little bit too greedy, but you know, I probably would have done the same because the KV2 didn't have too long of an aiming time there. So, you know, 9 times out of 10 that will probably miss or not even hit or hit the ground in front of him, stuff like that. But nonetheless, really cool replay. Um, uh, Pretty damn eventful, especially in the start, and really showcasing, you know, the holding capabilities of a Comet, at least against its peers at tier 7 and below. So let's take a look at the detailed report real quick. 46 shots fired, 37 hits, 31 pens. Really good damage. Almost no assistance because he pretty much did everything on its own. Almost lost credits. That's because he actually just ran out of AP and just had to shoot APCR at the end there. And a couple of those were actually misses as well. But the one thing that cost him a lot of money was using the pudding and tea, the plus 10% on the food. So that's what pretty much ended up costing him the, well, not the most, but that would really put a dent into any profit he was making. But he did get away with that. So the total XP was almost, well, 2,900 here, 2,854. Really cool little replay here. I'm gonna end the video here, guys. I'm gonna make a separate video for the winner and explaining the next assignment. I'm gonna keep those separate. So in any case, hope you guys enjoyed this replay today, guys. If you have any comments, just leave them down below in the YouTube comment section. I really like reading all the comments, and hope you guys are enjoying this effort that I'm putting into these videos. So yeah, as always, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv/Sircon. The links will be down below, where you also find my Twitter and Facebook. So if you're using that, you might want to like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter there, where I keep you guys up to date with what I'm doing. And I live stream Robo Tanks on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Tuesday and Saturdays I also stream, but those are off off game streams basically, so anything but Robo Tanks. And this week it's going to be mostly Rocket League, I think. Really, really cool little game. In any case, guys, hope you enjoyed the content, and peace out.